we'll travel for, we'll travel for, we'll travel for vegan food.
I am Nicole Sopko, and I work at UPTON'S Naturals. I do everything that Dan does not want to do.
I'm Dan Staackmann, and I do whatever I don't want Nicole to do.
And you're the owner.
And technically, I'm the owner.
At UPTON'S Naturals, we make Seitan primarily. We do 4 varieties of Seitan for retail purchase. We have a traditional, like a ground style, an Italian, and a chorizo style. We also do a number of varieties of Seitan that are for food service. So we do like a pastrami and a gyros and a bacon, and a lot of restaurants are using those. We also do a small line of sandwiches and wraps that are available just here in Chicago. And that's pretty much it for now.
Tamales.
Oh, the tamale. Everyone forgets the tamales, even me. We have a frozen tamale, which is made with our chorizo-style seitan, black beans, and mole. And it's really delicious.
I've been vegan for almost 20 years, and I knew that I wanted to do something with food. I didn't have a food background, and seitan was always one of my favorite foods going out to restaurants, and I noticed that there weren't a lot of people that were making it commercially, and I just decided to give it a shot.
I was at a vegetarian food festival, and I met Dan, who was there selling a vegan empanada. And I was so excited. I've been looking everywhere for a vegan empanada. So months and months later, we ended up re-meeting, and UPTON'S donated some stuff to a fundraiser that I was doing. And we were both single. And we started dating. And then a few months after that, I got laid off of my job. And eventually, it just worked out. Dan needed help. I needed something to do. And so now I'm here. And I do this, and I teach yoga the rest of the time.
I went vegetarian first for, I don't know, a couple of months, and I think the last thing that I had was a French dip sandwich at this 50s supper club, and I just thought it was really gross, and I just stopped right there. And then a couple months later, you know, I started to realize that it seemed kind of hypocritical to, you know, be eating eggs and dairy, and you know, that I think that was tough at first, and so I decided that's it. I'm gonna drop everything. And one last time, I think I was eating a Bravissimo frozen cheese pizza, and that's like took one bite, and that's when I decided it was for sure over with. And then
did you finish the pizza?
No, I just had one bite, and to make sure, I had a slice of angel food cake and some ice cream
to make sure.
To make sure. And that it didn't dissuade me at all.
That didn't go down.
Yeah, I think, well, I must have taken at least one bite out of that too, but I definitely didn't finish it. I knew where all that stuff came from before I made those decisions, but I just didn't think it was right. I mean, I wasn't going to miss those flavors so much that, you know, it seemed worth it. And in many ways, that helped open other food choices to me, because I probably had only eaten 15 different meals my entire life up to that point, and especially at that time in the 90s, you know, early 90s, going vegan, there were like zero food options to go out and eat, so it kind of forced me to learn about new foods and ethnic foods and experiment with things. I think I maybe only had broccoli once before I turned vegan, or, you know, like a handful of times at best. So a lot more vegetables and still a lot of junk, but I've been trying to weed that stuff out as well.
I guess I have a similar background to Dan. I was a mildly rebellious punk rock, hardcore, straight edge teenager. Still vegan, still straight edge. And in 1995, I became a vegetarian. In 1996, I became vegan. It was just, for me, it was always a matter of supporting financially what you believe in. Like, I feel like a lot of our power in terms of making change in the world is as a consumer. And so what you buy and what you choose to support is like a vote every single time. And it's really, really important to vote for what you believe in and not vote for things that are, you know, industries that are bad for you, bad for the environment, bad for animals. And then over the past, I guess it's been now almost 16 years. So over the past 16 years, like, those reasons have just developed. Like, you know, I feel like I'm vegan for every reason, for ethics, for health, for the environment. You know, they all, whatever triggers you first, great, go with it.
I don't think people have pinned down if it's Chinese or Japanese, but from Buddhist monks.
Yeah.
The one story that we hear most often is the one of the royalty, the emperor. It
was like a Chinese emperor who became a Buddhist but still wanted to eat all the foods he liked, and so somehow Seitan got developed.
If it's strictly all vegan, I'll say Karen's on green. That cheese plate.
Native foods. I really like their macro bowl. I'm a big fan. At Whole Foods in the Midwest, in the Pacific Northwest, in the Southwest. You can find us at some smaller independent grocers, kind of scattered all over the country. And hopefully in 2012, you'll be able to find us in more places. You can find us online at www.uptonsnaturals.com. Or you can find us on Facebook or Twitter. We keep those updated.
Bye.
We'll travel for vegan food.
Do you still need the W's?
I don't know.
Or?
I thought that indicated that it was, well, no. UPTON'snaturals.com.
HTTP
/ you forgot the colon.
/
Are we waving? What are we doing? Can I tell the whole story?
If you'd like to, it's probably more interesting than mine.
Okay. I can tell all the parts.
Edit.
You guys are so cute. It's like my heart's gonna explode. Okay, come on.